have a short appearance in the movie, so that already leaves a mark. But I want to know if you have to say which was your trademark for this movie. What can you say?
Oh, trademark for this movie. I mean, I think that the style in which that we capture the action, and the way we used action to tell the story, to keep the story moving forward, especially in that oneer. I'd say that'd be the trademark, would be the oneer and the storytelling style.
There's a long sequence, a long action sequence. I don't know how long it takes.
11 minutes and 39 seconds.
Yeah, I realized it was a very long, and I want to know how was the prepping and then the shooting. I don't know how much rehearsal you need to do for this scene, and then taking this to action.
Yeah, a scene of this magnitude and this complexity takes a lot of rehearsal and a lot of preparation. We had 10 days to shoot it, and which isn't a lot. It seems like a lot, but it's not. A lot happens over the course of this 12-minute sequence. You got to tell a lot of story, get a lot of action. And so from the preparation side of it was 4 to 5 months from, once we decided to do that, and then you had to write it out in script form, let everybody know what the plan was, and then location scouting, taking the stunt team from where they were rehearsing and putting the action in the space. We actually shot the scene before we shot the scene on video cameras, and we cut it together, brought the visual effects team in and the editors, and we made sure everything worked before we shot it and put it on film or digital. And it was just a very extensive rehearsal process that for this kind of sequence is very important.
You want to survive, you do exactly as I say.
Who are you?
Name?
Ovi.
What about working with Chris? You work with him as a stunt coordinator, director, stunt double, and now you are working as the director of a movie. Can you tell me if there's any difference between the two processes of work with him, or if you feel any different?
Yeah, I mean, well, I had a little more authority as the director, so what I could tell him is like, hey, you're gonna say this line or go stand over there. Now, we didn't have that kind of relationship. He was very easygoing, very collaborative. But it was different because as a stunt performer, you're on camera with him performing. If I'm doubling Chris and he's in a scene, that's one type of interaction. Or if stunts, I'm just telling him the stunt side, but then the director, like the Russos, would come in and talk to him about the character side. But in this, I was talking to him about all of it, and so we were very collaborative. And we spent a lot of time together outside of work. We'd go back to the hotel and talk about the next day's work. Or he'd rehearse with the stunt team for the next action sequence, and I would be there with him, and we were always collaborating and talking together and trying to find the best way to portray the character of Tyler Rake.
Are you comparing to other stunt coordinators that then became directors? I'm thinking of Chad Stahelski from The Matrix to John Wick. And what about, are you willing to do a career like his, like maybe more aimed to directing and not that much stunt action?
Yeah, my goal is definitely to be in the mention, to be mentioned in the same sentence as Chad Stahelski or David Leitch is unbelievable. And I mean, I could quit right now and have succeeded because you just talked about us both in the same sentence. But my goals are very much like theirs, is to transition from action into storytelling and directing, and to use action to tell stories, entertain audiences, and just leave my mark in the cinematic world. The Russos have been instrumental in my career in many ways. They gave me a lot of big opportunities. I was the stunt double for Captain America on The Winter Soldier. They asked me to coordinate and double on Civil War. And our relationship grew very quickly over the years. They became friends of mine and mentors. I would ask them questions about directing, or, why are you, putting the camera here? Why are you, why are we doing this take again? And, I would watch how they would improvise on set, and how they would always, the main thing I remember from them is the best idea always wins, regardless of who that comes from. They were very open. They had a vision and they knew what they wanted, but they were very open. And so I tried to take that mindset into my film. And so I could, hopefully tell a story that was entertaining to fans.
Now you're a part of Netflix world. This is a huge market. You are going to be all over the world. Do you feel any extra pressure because of this, of knowing that you were going to be a part of such a huge market?
Well, I didn't until you mentioned it. Thank you very much. No, no, I don't feel, there's not really any added pressure. I actually, it feels Netflix is a great company. I mean, they've been nothing but supportive, and they, from the start to finish, like they were there for the whole thing, never pushing an agenda, never breathing down our necks, but always supportive. And it feels like kind of like a family affair. They're super, like I said, supportive, and they've got right now they have an amazing opportunity to entertain the world during these crazy times. Like they are one of the major ways people are consuming media. So to be involved in that, and these kind of like the shifting paradigm of the world is, it's an honor. Like I'm very excited to be working with Netflix.
Yeah. Well, Sam, that's all the questions. That's all my time. Thank you, and again, congratulations on the movie.